everybody, it's Lucas, and today I'm going to be bringing on a guest, Mike Brickstop, the Ninjago expert, and talk a little bit about the new Ninjago season. And yeah, we'll geek out about it a little bit and have fun. So yeah, I'm going to bring on Mike now. Okay guys, so now we have Mike on. So you kind of want to run over like the entirety of every episode, and then we'll, get to our thoughts after we talk about like what happens and different stuff like that.
Yep. So the first episode we had was I actually don't know the names of it.
Me neither. I have no idea what the names of them. Actually, I could Google it right now. Okay, so the first episode is called Into the Void. I wonder why it's called that. That's interesting.
Oh no, wait. I think this is the wrong one.
Oh my goodness. Yep, I think I'm looking at the wrong season. Uncharted. That sounds more like it.
Right. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, because I was like, how does that have anything to do with this season at all?
Yeah, because I'm like, the void doesn't sound that right.
I know. Where was this void? What did I miss? I feel like you'd be better at like explaining what actually happens, because I have a terrible memory.
So yeah, at first we get this scene with Clutch Powers and a bunch of his henchmen, you could say, and he's like trying to find a lost treasure with Sensei Wu and Misako, but then they get captured. Yeah. Then they get captured by this stone thing.
And I think it's really funny and kind of builds up Clutch Power's character as sort of this self-obsessed person,
Yeah.
When he's bringing, what was that, like a tanning bed or something?
Yeah, it was a tanning bed.
Why would you bring a tanning bed to an island?
For tanning?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, especially about that island, because there's it's all stormy. There's really no sun.
How do they figure out about Master Wu and them going missing?
They want that part. I'm not sure. I think Pixel had something to do with it. Also, another thing about like the new season is that how they automatically change their suits. Like they have new suits.
That is one thing that I've actually been pointing out. Like they were on the island for what, like 2 days? And I was looking at Lloyd, and it looks like he has been on the island for a couple of, decades or something. Because he has like leaves and a little, like a belt or something strapped across his outfit, like he had to piece his outfit together.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty confused by that. And then Zane has his outfit, his ninja outfit, ripped open.
Mm-hmm. And they all have bandanas and everything. Like they've been stranded for a while.
I don't even know if they were stranded for actually one day, honestly.
True.
Well, that's fine, I guess.
But yeah, we also get introduced with a new character called Twitchy Tim.
Hiya, fellas. What'll it be? Leaded or unleaded?
He's probably my favorite character out of the whole season.
I know, right? Yeah, he is really hilarious. I wish they would have shown more of what actually happened to him. It would be cool to have like a couple episodes, if the season was longer. I could see a couple of episodes, maybe 2 or 3, being dedicated partially to his story, going back and forth between the characters like that.
Yeah, but it's also interesting. I've read a tweet like a while back, and he's actually based on a adventure character from an old Lego theme.
Oh, is he? Which one's that?
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I think it's called something with Explorers or something. So he's basically kind of like a Clutch Powers, like taken from an older Lego theme, put it into Ninjago. Like some type of crossover.
Oh, I love how they do that. Do you know what the character's name's called? Or
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you know so much more backstory than this. I take it all at face value because I don't study this stuff out enough. But you seem to know a lot more.
Also, when they got out of Destiny's Bounty, they had their catamaran boats, and you could see there was 2 of those Kai type of fire boats.
Oh yeah, I know. And then
me and my brothers were talking about that a little bit while we were watching the season, because we'll all sit down and watch it. Our entire family will watch Ninjago. Mm-hmm. And anyway, we were all noticing that they, instead of creating unique vehicles like they usually do, like in some of the original seasons, Kai had his fire bike, Jay had his lightning jet, and all of that. Well, anyway, in this, when they would drive through the jungle or go in the water or whatever, they would all have the same vehicle.
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me, and I was thinking now if you're gonna actually collect or trying to be accurate or have your collection being accurate to show, you'll have to buy 2.
Might as well go all out with it. I'm gonna buy them all.
Yeah, but now you'll have to buy 2 of those, and also the bikes. Right? There's 3 of them. And they're all the same.
Sorry, I got French fries stuck in my throat.
There is a really cool action scene with the boats, though. I do have to admit, like where they
Go through the rocks and have to go on their side.
which I'm not sure how they got it to tip like that, but they did. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, Twitchy is being very scared the entire time. Except for, I'm not going to spoil anything for like when we get into that, but he does have a pretty cool moment toward the end of the episodes.
Yeah.
And then after that, they all get out of the boat. Twitchy just falls out of the boat.
He's sort of a comic relief character.
Yeah, he is.
But not in a bad way. Like, I feel like it's pretty good. Then they drop these, I don't know, they look like missiles. Can you imagine if those things were missiles and they just exploded? I don't know what those were, though. They look like little pods or something. Anyway, they open up with 3 of the bikes.
I think that they came from the bounty. I was wondering how those things fit in there. Like, they look so big. There were like 3 of them.
Oh, no, they're like the oversized classic Ninjago bikes.
Yeah.
Then next they find a little hut, like where I guess Master Wu and them were just camping out on the island. Do you remember why they were here?
Yeah, they're looking for Master Wu and Misako. And
No,
Clutch
but like I
Powers.
mean, like Clutch Powers in them. Why were they there?
I think Clutch was looking for the amulet or something.
And they listen to Clutch Powers. Don't they know that's a
Yeah.
terrible idea by now?
Yeah, I think now they're not. They're never gonna listen to him.
He has so many funny moments where he just keeps wanting to get the little amulet thing.
Yeah,
And take
he's desperate for treasure.
yes.
Okay, then after they look there, they don't find anything, and I think there was like a message with help or something in the rocks.
Spells out help.
Yeah, it's like a Ninjago symbol for help.
One thing that I find interesting about Ninjago is that they speak, real languages, but yet they write in Ninjago-ese? I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, it is interesting, but I think it's pretty cool.
Me too. I just have always kind of wondered why they did that. I think it's fun, but and actually really cool. It kind of makes it feel more real, to have them speak a different,
More
to
original.
write a different language. Exactly. Yeah, like they had to take the time to actually come up with a language for them.
At least as far as the literary side of things. Then we get a little thing rustling through the bushes, and they jump off their bikes. I actually have this set right here. I'm editing the review on it right now. When I first saw it, the little dragon thing, actually it's pretty big.
Yeah, I think the set is bigger than what it's actually supposed to be.
Oh, I know exactly.
It seems
And it
smaller
has
in
some
the
gold
show.
on it.
It does, I know, right?
Yeah, at first when I saw the sets, I think the main lore was actually going to be about the dragon,
Uh-huh.
or something was important with the dragon, but in the show, he's just a little goofy dog.
I know, right? And so in the set they have it sticking out its tongue. At first I wasn't even going to get the set just because I tend not to like those sort of characters that are, they turn this gigantic scary thing into this comic relief character pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't mind it too much, as much as I thought I would. I thought it was going to be like this annoying character or something. It wasn't too bad though.
Yeah.
And then Cole keeps wanting to eat the coconut.
Is that a coconut?
I don't think that'll fill you up that much.
I know, right? But for some reason, he really wants what's in there.
It was so good to hear such great voice acting, especially now that we'll probably never get any more voice acting from him.
Oh, yeah. They said
So
that they
sad.
finished recording, this season and next season. But after
But
that,
they have more stuff.
Yeah, they finished his recordings for season 15. But after that,
Yes.
we're probably not going to hear it again.
That's going to be sad, but I really hope that I thought it was just this season, and it made me really sad because this season's so short. Like, literally, it's just,
Yeah.
a couple, like 4 episodes. And so I'm glad I hope the next season's a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And that we get like I hope that they, I kind of hope they end his character somehow, or I don't know if he dies or if something happens where he can't be part of the team anymore. I don't know, something good like that, with a really satisfying ending for the character.
Yeah, because if they just change the voice actor, it wouldn't be the same.
No, it never would. That actor just Kirby Morrow is just great at those types of characters.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, then they figure out the dragon's actually good, and Twitchy thinks that him crouching and hiding like that is the thing that saved him, but
Of course, really, it just was not evil.
Survival mode successful again.
I'm so
Then-
sad that we didn't get a character or a minifigure of Twitchy. He would have been a
exactly.
good collectible or something.
I know. And I mean, we did get some pretty good figures with this set, but nothing notable. Like, getting Twitchy would have been a great little thing. And we didn't get Clutch Powers. We didn't get any of the, I don't think we got Clutch Powers. We didn't get any of the cooler characters.
Feels like
No,
we just got the ninja.
We did get Clutch Powers.
Oh, we
I mean,
got
he
Clutch
didn't
Powers
really-
in this set?
Again, he didn't really change throughout the season.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so then they start running from this giant totem pole that splits into pieces. And we were right about it being a totem pole, by the way.
Yeah.
Or that it was alive. I think we said it was alive. I think it was already a totem pole, but yeah, we had predicted that this thing was going to be alive, but we thought it was going to be like the main boss, but it wasn't. Honestly, I'm not even sure what this thing is supposed to be because it wasn't in the show that much.
I don't know if that's actually the only one there or if there were many of them.
Oh, there might have been because they did seem to, split off into different directions because Lloyd gets split up from the team and also Twitchy as well. And so I'm trying to figure out, hold on, let me see here. Because lightning's still coming from somewhere, but all three of them went after Lloyd. That's weird. Okay, so I see what happened. So the totem pole was only going after Lloyd. And then the other guys, the keepers of the amulet, I guess that's what they're called. They are the ones who actually got him.
Yeah.
And so then Lloyd escapes, and then he runs away, and Lloyd says that he usually doesn't run away. And then Twitchy says, really? Because running away is
Usually my first choice.
So we get some good, it's pretty good comedy, especially for such a short season. Then we get a shot of all the ninja being transported on another Lego set, which is not very heavily used, but it works. We get a little boat.
Oh, yeah.
And Jay,
I think
did he
it's pretty
pass out?
cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people don't like it, but
How do
to
they
me,
not?
it looks cool.
I mean, I know the only complaint about it, of course, which it can't really be helped with such short seasons and everything, is that it wasn't used enough. But it does look good. I mean, the design's fine. And then they keep electrocuting Jay for some reason.
Ow! Okay, I'm going.
I don't think the electricity would really hurt Jay.
I know.
Since he
I
is
wonder
the master
why
of
it hurt
lightning.
him.
Maybe it was a different type of lightning or something.
Maybe.
Because it was purplish. I do have to say, they did do a really good soundtrack for this season.
Yeah. Like the intro, I really like it.
Oh, exactly.
Got that tropical vibe.
Mm-hmm. It does, I know, right? And then they think that the ninja are trying to steal the amulet.
You seek to steal the amulet.
Now they're basically capturing him.
The funny part's like, why did the leader even show them where the amulet was?
I know, right? He's like, guys, here's what we don't want you to steal, okay? This thing right here.
But now you know too much.
You have seen it. You know too much.
He's like, no, you know too much. I can't let you leave now. You're the one who showed us in the first place.
Then why did you show it to us?
Who chose this guy to lead the people?
They need to, I think they might need to impeach him or something.
I don't know if they have a system to impeach him, but they need to.
And then he says they're going to stay on the island forever.
Yeah.
You know what? We just went through episode 1 and 2, I just realized. So, okay, now we need to go to episode 3 because I just did episode 2. And that was 1 and 2 that we just went
Yeah.
through. So.
They're kind of quick.
I know, right? Like, I'd be watching the season. It's like you never wanted a Ninjago episode to be over, like, ever. So when it's over, you're disappointed. But it's fine, I guess. I mean, I guess we'll get to our thoughts on, like, the season runtime right after we get through the actual overview of the season. And so then Jace tries to start to be nice, and then they decide that they're going to sacrifice him to this gigantic creature. Of course, he doesn't realize it. He's actually really happy about it.
Yeah, because he thinks like, I think after like the Master of the Mountain, where like Nia became the queen of the monks, and
Exactly.
and Kai became the king of the geckos. I think he was like excited that he would be also
My
like,
turn!
the leader.
And then they try to break out of jail, but for some reason they can't. Cole was about to break out, I think, but then they electrocute the cage.
Yeah, it's weird what that cage was made out of.
I know. It didn't look like it was made out of the regular stuff that cancels out their powers.
Yeah, was it Benchstone or Benchstone?
Yeah. Vengestone, yeah, I think that's what it is. That's not the material of Vengestone. How did he not break out?
That's a little bit confusing to me. Then they meet up with Masako because, they're in the same jail. They all figure out that everybody has been accused of stealing it. And the only one that was actually trying to steal it was Clutch Powers.
Dare you?
Yeah.
Then we have Lloyd, and he puts on, I guess that's like dirt on his face for camouflage, which I'm not sure how that's going to work. He doesn't look much more camouflage to me.
But it looks cool.
It does look cool, I have to admit that. On the minifigure, that's just a cool look. We never get any faces that are usually different, and it is really nice to get that.
And it's really easy actually to get it because it comes like in a poly bag.
Oh, does it? I didn't even know. I got it from the little jungle dragon set.
Yeah.
And so then we get to see the giant two-headed thing, and I was right. I predicted that these people would have two personalities. And to a certain degree, they do. They're both evil, though. I thought one would be good. That was my prediction. That part was wrong. But they do. They're both like two separate people, basically.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Jay also asked, like, who do I talk to?
And which head do I look at when I'm talking to you?
Yes.
I really thought that they were going to have different personalities just because in the sets they had two different faces. But in the show, they look literally identical.
And so then they're giving him food and stuff. I don't know if that's to fatten him up or what. But
That's what it looks like to me. And then we have this really cool scene where Lloyd is jumping through the trees. And this really got me excited because I just love seeing the ninja do cool tricks like that. He was swinging on vines and jumping through the trees. And then he eventually makes it to the, well, I mean, it doesn't even take him long, but he sees where the ninja are being held. And also Masako in them, of course. Then the dragon, he finds the big playful dragon. And this thing is just hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's a lot goofy.
oh no.
And so then I think he uses the dragon to make it attack people.
Hey guys, catch!
Let's see. I'm
Yeah.
trying to find the
He
section.
throws
where he does
a
that.
coconut and like.
Yeah. And then he does this
Basically
cool jump move.
Yeah, he's basically just a huge dog.
And then Lloyd starts jumping down onto a platform, and he gets the coconut back and starts attacking with the dragon again. That's like the ultimate weapon.
It's like the laser from the Lego
Yeah.
Ninjago movie, except it's a coconut now.
And then he easily rescues them. Now here's where I have probably one of my first problems, is that he rescues them so easily.
Well, I think it's not that hard to rescue them. You just need the key, which was the staff.
Well, I agree with that, but it feels like that in some other seasons, it would, like when they were rescuing Zane, for example. Of course, they didn't know he was there. They didn't rescue him for a very long time.
Yeah.
I feel like that if this was a regular season, Lloyd would have disguised as one of them or something, and for a while he would have just been in the camp.
Yeah. Also,
I think that would have
another
been really
another
cool.
thing, like almost every keeper there had that staff. So basically, the key was everywhere. And usually, like in a normal season, something will be hidden that you have to find or something like that.
Or the guard walks by and he has the key on his pocket, but now it's like everybody has the key. So can you imagine that? You go into a jail and somebody's trying to rescue like somebody from a jail or something, and everybody in the jail have the key.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. It doesn't really make that much sense why that's the key, but it is. I think that electricity must control most of the things here, like lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Then they talk about, let's see, what did they talk about?
I think they need to find like Clutch because he went missing again or something.
Oh yeah, Clutch and his little assistant guy sneak off to go get the amulet. Yeah, what were they trying to find? I can't figure it out.
They were probably looking for Jay. 'cause
Oh
he
yeah,
wasn't
that's
in
what
the
they were
cell.
looking for.
You're kidding.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so they were looking for Jay, and he starts taking the amulet, and this is when things kind of go downhill a little bit.
Because they would have probably
Yeah,
made it out just fine.
Because at first they're trying to convince that they're not stealing the amulet, which just makes it worse.
Exactly. He makes it so much worse for him.
And then they all get electrocuted.
And
Yeah,
they get
they get-
recaptured, but they get
they get
tied
tied
to
up
poles. and
weird
Cole
that
just
Lloyd-
keeps getting electrocuted.
It's Lloyd that's the only one that's upside down on the poles.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. And then there goes Jay, and he just thinks that he's fine. He thinks that they want him to be their king, and he's extremely happy about it. I mean, it makes sense. They did make him a crown of flowers, so it does. I could see how he would think that.
Yeah, he's like on a throne getting carried. He's also tied up.
That's true. I know. One thing that I don't get is how did he not think he was captured if he was tied up?
Then why are your hands tied up?
I think the best part where Kai says who would want Jay.
Yeah, who would want Jay?
Oh no, that's so funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedy bits here and there in the season.
I know. I like how they were still able to include that.
Then they start sending that thing out because there's like a sea monster or something. And so they start sending Jay out. And okay, so then we get a shot of the monster. And then that episode ends. So it just ends with a little cliffhanger where we're not sure if Jay's going to die or not, or if he's going to get eaten.
A lot of
then-
people were suspecting that Jay would die in this season.
Oh, were they? I wonder why. Like, does that really make that much sense, though? As far as...
No.
Because, I mean, I don't feel like there's really a reason for him to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, then we get right back into it, and then Jay starts screaming that he sees something, and his actor is just genius when it comes to panicky scenes.
Oh, it sounds hilarious.
Okay, here's where Kai actually burns through the ropes. I actually missed that part. It's in this season. So he escapes and falls face first, but he's fine. And so he rescues everybody else. And so all the ninja have escaped at this point. And then he's like, stop them!
Stop them!
And they all do their really cool spinjitzu. Love the look of this. The only complaint I have is that sometimes the spinjitzu gets a little bit lopsided.
I think the animation for Spinjitzu has changed, like from 3D visual to like 2D.
I know that. I have mixed feelings on it. The first time I saw it, I hated it. Now I'm okay with it. I feel like the other one was better.
Yeah.
You know, this one feels a little bit too much like they pasted a piece of paper on there that was gold or whatever color and then just didn't really work that much to animate it.
The colors look nice, but the model doesn't look that good as the older ones.
Exactly. Then his assistant apparently has superpowers because he just caught one of those spears that was going faster than lightning, probably. And I don't know how he did that. I mean, he just catches it. He's like really good. He needs to become a ninja now.
Vote for Clutch Power's assistant to be ninja. Spam it in the comment section.
Yes. Everybody spam it in the comment section. Okay, then we have a really cool scene with Nia where she's using her powers and actually like making the water come up. We haven't really got too much of that, I don't think, since maybe like season, what was it, 5? The ghost season?
That was the ghost season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that season had some really cool scenes of her doing water stuff. And then Zane like freezes over the water and they're
I thought that was
walking
pretty
on it.
cool.
Me too. I was like, that just looks so cool because I love seeing them use their powers in unique ways.
Exactly.
Then they all see the like a fireball come, and it breaks up some of the ice. We get some more shots of the monster, which looks sort of like a dragon floating on water.
Honestly, I thought it was the Destiny's Bounty for some reason.
Yeah,
first.
me too.
Oh,
But
did
then
you?
but then it wouldn't make really sense why it would be attacking.
Oh no, I was like, okay, so it's going to be the Destiny's Bounty. They're going to be like, oh, it was just the Destiny's Bounty and the season's going to be over. That's honestly what I thought. And so then Lloyd jumps over there to start rescuing him and untying him. And the creature begins to come toward him, shooting fireballs at him. And Lloyd falls over. So it eats Jay.
It ate Jay. It really ate him.
And then there's like a tooth and it's wooden. So we get an actual reveal that this thing isn't actually an alive beast. What did you think of that sort of twist, I guess?
I don't know. At first, you could actually kind of tell.
I know. I was like, this thing doesn't look real. You know?
It just makes those keepers look not that smart, but really protective.
Oh no. They probably are, though. They're probably very primitive, honestly. And of course, they still think it's alive, but Lloyd eventually convinces them that it's not and that they've been tricked. And then we get a really cool reveal, which kind of was cool, at least to me. I don't think everybody liked this reveal, but it turns out to be just a couple of criminals. And I just thought it was cool to see them fight other villains, you know.
To show that they do fight other people besides the big bad guys.
And so it turns out that this thing is just a completely built ship with a giant dragon head.
It turns out that there's actually another island by the other island.
Wait, is there?
Well, yeah, where the ship goes.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a separate island.
And then Jay thinks he's escaping, and so he does this really funny looking walk. I don't know why he did that.
Thank you very much.
But he's like striding his shoulders. So he starts fighting for a little bit. But eventually he gets captured, which honestly doesn't make sense to me because of how many people he's fought before.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's put to shame by a couple of, you know, second-rate villains. Well, second-rate criminals, not even villains. When he's fought people like the Overlord before.
Right.
But I mean, I get it. They do have to, you know, make it interesting. But at the same time, you have this character that has, you know, experienced way more than a couple of criminals.
He probably ate too many bananas and mangoes while he was on the island.
That's true. They fed him too much. That's what it was. So then we have a really good team-up move where, not team-up move, but team-up scene where they're all fighting the villains. And, yeah, so they're doing pretty good at it. I mean, it's not really that hard, of course. Lloyd is literally just one-handing it. I mean, he reminds me of Count Dooku here.
Smart thinking, guys.
I mean, he just throws a box at him. Then we get the most epic reveal, at least I think it was pretty epic, that the main villain of this season is actually Ronan.
Yeah, I think everyone would think it would be the mechanic, because the mechanic's been working with criminals
I was actually going to say the mechanic.
a lot.
Exactly.
lately.
That's who I thought it was because we got some shots from season, what was it, 13? Or
Yeah.
no, it was 12. It was
12,
either 12 or 13. Yeah, it was 12 because he was working with the,
Unabomber.
Unigami. I cannot remember anybody's names.
Anyway, I really thought that's who it was. But it was cool to get this character back because I don't think we've had him in this animation yet style. And he looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so it turns out he's basically been using these people the entire time to get treasure because their island has treasure up under it, I think.
For me!
And so then he begins to escape.
So long, Ninja!
And then we get an epic moment from Twitchy, where he is getting electrocuted while going full speed on a boat. And he's actually being brave at this point.
Yeah, I think Twitchy should join the ninja team since he really can't really die because he's been struck so much.
He's invincible at this point.
Yeah.
And so then he just full-blown crashes into the ship right there and jumps off ninja style into the water. Then, of course, the ninja take the rest of the criminals out. I think they stop Clutch one more time from trying to
steal the thing because for some reason he keeps wanting to do that. He's obsessed at this point.
And then we get a really chilling voiceover from Master Wu saying that he hopes that they don't see it for another 1,000 years. And then it comes down into the water, the camera does, and lowers, and we see the actual creature, which just looks so cool. Like, the design for that creature right there is incredible.
Yeah, so it's basically taking us to lore to the next season, which is going to be like Nia season and everything underwater.
Oh, that's really cool.
They released a new poster, which kind of shows that's a Nia season.
Oh, I am excited for that. So final thoughts on this season. Let's go and do that.
Well, I don't know how to say it. It was kind of a short season. Really wanted more.
I know. Like, every time that they do these short seasons, like they did with, I think season 10 was pretty short. It just makes me, they're usually pretty good, but it's just that there's not enough of the goodness to really justify an entire season almost, you know? But this felt like a sort of side mission. Like, there was nothing of importance in this, you know? Yeah. There was no overarching theme where it led into anything. With March of the Oni, we got new villains. We got, Garmadon, basically turning good. I don't really know. The dialogue for Garmadon just, I thought was great in that season. And just pretty much the entire thing sums it up as we got, relevant things for the season. Like, it built onto the story. This did not. Like, literally, you could take this out of the entire Ninjago series and it wouldn't affect it.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen a video where someone explains there's some seasons that could be taken out, won't affect the show. And I think this one would be one of them. Nothing really changed. No one discovered new powers or new artifacts or anything. I mean, there was
I mean, we saw the only thing that really counted for this season, which really they could have put him in some other way. Ronin, we haven't seen him for a while, but other than that, there's no reason to have this season besides seeing that one character.
If you think about it, Cole unlocks his powers in Masters of the Mountain.
That was
pretty
important.
Purpose.
Yeah, that was the purpose for that season. We got so much depth for Cole in that season because he's never got really good character building,
Overall, I'm going to give it a generous, probably 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I'm not really sure. It's probably one of my least favorite seasons, so I'm probably going to give it a 6.
Yeah, I would probably do that, but I just can't be too mean to anything. I don't know. When you look back over it, what are you going to say? Okay, they were on an island for 2 days. And that was pretty much it. But if it does, maybe it'll become substantial if they do end up fighting this giant creature. Then we'll be like, oh, okay, so that was leading into this. We'll see what happens when they do the next couple seasons. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much our final thoughts on the season and everything. So thanks for joining me, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
No problem. I decided to bring you on because you're more of an expert than me and probably more of an expert than anybody I know on Ninjago. So
thanks.
No problem. Yeah, you keep up with it a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks to Mike for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
I need to get me some water now. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, after all that talking. How long have we went for?
45 minutes.
Yeesh.
Didn't even feel like it. It felt like we were just, I feel like time goes by fast when you're talking about Ninjago.
This recording is just as long as the season.
Yes. We've surpassed the length of the season. Yes. Okay, well, bye for now.
Yeah. Okay, see you. Probably gonna go get dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy that then.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.